Hello, welcome to That's What She Said, and this is the forecast for the coming week, November 23rd through November 30th, the last week of November. That means we're almost to Christmas. It's the Thanksgiving week, so I am continuing with my pick a crystal that resonates with you to feel what the coming week will have in store for you. I am using, hold on, I've got my book stacked up here. There we go. So I'm still using the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle by Judy Hall for the crystals because they're quite beautiful and a much larger selection of crystals than I personally would have or have. And so while we're at it, I'm going to be using, as I pointed out, the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle by Judy Hall for the crystal representations. I'll be using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I will also be using the Lost Forest Tarot, 2nd edition, by Chelsea Santamaria. I will also be using the Threadbound Oracle by Cedar McLeod. It's not on the box, and I have to memorize that one. And the Undercurrent Tarot cards I'll be using is the Darkwood Tarot by Sarah Graham, artwork by Abigail Larson. Okay, so there we have it. So this week I shuffled the deck and chose at random these 4 crystals. We have Azeztulite, Nirvana Quartz, Citrine, and Trigonic Quartz. I will be putting the timestamps down below. Go to the timestamp for the crystal that you resonate with for the week ahead reading. Also, information will be below. If you'd like a personal reading, contact me. I'd love to help you out. Okay, now we will start with Azeztulite. Just wait here. And the other ones, if you resonate with any of the other ones, go to the timestamp listed below. Hello. This is the This is the reading for the week ahead for those who resonated with Azeztulite. Azeztulite is a spiritual stone. It is used for all chakras, but it can represent any chakra. It is used more commonly with the crown because it is a more spiritual stone. Often thought to help bringing the light down to earth to help all of earth evolve. I was doing my homework and reading up on the stone. So this reading are for those of you who've resonated with Azeztulite. I'll set that right there. And first, I'm going to pull an energy card from the Energy Oracle deck to get an overall energy for the week ahead. And it is Thanksgiving week. So, and it's probably a different Thanksgiving than people have had for a long time in general. I'm sure there's more people who've had smaller Thanksgivings for a while, and it won't be all that different, but this is to get the general feel for next week for those resonating with Azeztulite. And the sun. Well, isn't that a wonderful little omen? But remember, the sun is happiness, but it's happiness in an enclosure. It is not necessarily the wild beyond. Like I said, for most people, the coming Thanksgiving, the coming week is one in lockdown and shelter in place and not going anywhere and not seeing family in person. So here, this is actually kind of saying the safety of home, of your surroundings that you're familiar with, and the home you've created. So that bodes well. And I've shuffled all these cards thoroughly before, and I'm just doing a last shuffle here. I will pull cards for 4 areas in life: the personal, home, partnership, and money. I'll pull a tarot card, well, I will do that. We pull an oracle card for each column, and then 2 tarot cards for clarification. Okay. For personal, we've got 6 of threads, stitch, repetition, rhythm, technique. Okay, so this says a lot about going through the paces. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And also just practicing and continuing with what works well for you. And if it's working well, maybe perfecting it to be even better than before. So the coming week, personally, the overview is of, exercise it as an example. Doing it daily or every other day, whatever that repetition is, and continuing to work on it and doing better in each succession. Okay, for home life, look at that. The sun twice, and this is for home, your family, your neighbors, nourishment, optimism, leadership. So for the overall energy on the home is, again, the home, if you will, that feeding. I'm almost like speechless, but I'm just like such a good omen, because your home, you're getting the thing that says safety in your surroundings, and feeding, considering it's Thanksgiving. And in partnerships, the healer, compassion, recovery, and consent. So, and this is partnership, romance usually, but it's also, a time of Thanksgiving where I don't think my family is all that strange in the fact that holidays tend to be where all the fights happen, because we get along great from a distance. But the healer, having compassion, consent, the fact that in your partnerships it is a two-way street, it's a partnership. So this week may be trying, but it's a time that everyone can heal and learn. And on the money front, oh, look at that. The dreamer. Oh, I can barely read this bottom part here because I'm not old as. Imagination, desire, and exploration. So for money, it seems more finding what makes you happy, doing what makes you happy. And for a lot of people, this week is a partial week, or they have the whole week off, so they may or may not be working, but it's weird times. So let's get some clarifiers and some undercurrents on these. I'm going to pull, I know you can't see it, but I'm just smiling because it's last couple of weeks the cards have not been so kind. Nope. That's 2. You know the rule. You only get to jump out if you jump out alone. Okay, I'm just going to put the 4 cards down, do the undercurrents, and do them both at the same time. Why? I just like reading them better that way. To see the theme and the undercurrent at the same time just works better for me. Okay, well, I'm fine. Okay, now on the personal, the Empress. Oh, hold on. Yep, I did it. I had the deck upside down. I always check it if the entire deck is upside down, which it was. Two of Wands and Empress. So the Empress is, and this is on your personal, so that's having that, which is, well, basically you are, I want to say everything, but it's a gestational thing. So this stitch, this repetition, this working on yourself and continuing to work on whatever you may be doing to make yourself better. And I mean that not necessarily that there's anything wrong, but yoga, exercise, meditation, reading, learning a language, there's so many things. It's this continuing to bring that into existence. The undercurrent is Two of Wands, where, it's showing progress, but also having to balance your time. So you may be working on these things, but you want to make sure that you don't obsess on any one thing, meaning don't run all day. Balance it out, exercise, mental exercise, rest, good food. Move your choices. Choose your choices. Words are not coming right now. Make your choices wisely in order to continue on with what's been working and continuing to hone the best you. Okay, and the home, Four of Earth and Eight of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Earth is the Four of Pentacles. And in other decks are, I don't want to say miserly, but not overspending. So we've got the sun energy and nourishment, but we want to not overdo it. Mostly because in the past, especially if you're people who've made huge family dinners, getting a 20-pound turkey is probably overkill for the smaller amount of people who are there. So choose wisely as to what it is you're going to do. And the undercurrent here, this Eight of Swords, which is, constraints, imprisonment, I can't do anything. Again, it's not all in your mind, I should say, because we are in the pandemic, dealing with shelter in place and curfews and all sorts of things, wearing masks, but they're choices, and you can find ways around it. So just because you can't go anywhere physically doesn't mean you can't go anywhere in your mind. Remember, learning languages, doing something new. But maybe this fact that you feel that you can't do a lot with like you normally do, you feel with like your hands are tied. Just be more creative. You can do it. There. Partnership. Wheel of Fortune and Six of Wands. So Wheel of Fortune is the gamble card. I mean, and we've got the healer, so it sounds like, and the undercurrent is the Six of Wands. So you may be thinking you should be getting a pat on the back, or if not, you've done something well and you want people to applaud you for it, maybe. Or maybe you are being applauded, and you don't. I feel two different ways. Again, general, so it's hard trying to figure out who specifically it is, but it's two different ways. You either are not getting the accolades you want, or you are getting accolades and you either don't feel you deserve it, or you actually don't care whether you get accolades or not. It's sort of there, but you're already on to the next thing. You've ticked that off. You've completed something. You've ticked that off. Not ticked off like gotten upset, but more like check that off your list. So remember, the overall energy was healer, compassion, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck and cyclical and things keep spinning. But the best way to deal with the Wheel of Fortune is to stay centered, because it's going to keep turning regardless. And just try to stay centered, and then make your choices depending on where things are while you stay centered and not being all upset by it. And maybe you're the healer, or maybe you'll be the healed. But you and your partner could do wonders. Okay, now for money. Ooh, the Hermit reversed, and I know this deck wasn't reversed. Just want to look at that card. That's quite an interesting little card. So the Hermit reversed usually means isolation and loneliness. But with the Dreamer card, but you've got the Page of Wands. And what I get here is, in your money, again, this is a holiday week. You may have ideas for stuff that you want to do on the business front, but because of the week and holidays, you are feeling cut off because you can't get on with what you want to be doing in the money world. But that's okay. Focus over here. This doesn't, turn it upside down. Turn it upside down. Well, yeah, turn it upside down. Instead of being isolated, take it as some time to get ready for the following week, the first week of December, which is, that'll be a whole new week to start implementing your plans. Okay, so for those who resonate with Azeztulite, this seems to be a great week for working on yourself, for staying in your lane is what's coming through, but knowing your boundaries and helping those to keep to their boundaries, correcting them, or at least pointing out, it's like, hey, I need you to stay over there. And it looks like it could be a very wonderful week for a lot of healing and family, and planning for making money the following week. Not that you can't make money, but it seems like you need to take some downtime before you start in making the money. Well, there you go. Azeztulites, people, keep making yourself the best possible you, and know that the sun is in your corner, or your sky, your roof. Would you want the sun in your corner? Sorry. So thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello. This is the reading for the Nirvana Quartz, which is all about, karma. No, not karma. More, what's the phrase? Stepping off the wheel of karma. That was it. It's about, you've paid your debts, you've done your karma, and now it's time to get off that wheel and start manifesting what you're here for. Yes, that was it. And usually it's used for the crown chakra, or that's the chakra that it's associated with. So that's the Nirvana Quartz. And we'll set that there. So I've shuffled these. We'll give it a last shuffle for those resonating with the Nirvana Quartz. And we're going to pull an energy oracle card for the week of November 23rd through the 30th. Just the overall energy for this coming week. Okay. This card wants to be it. Appreciation. So appreciation card is, well, it's the cup half full type mentality. Appreciate what you have. Don't look at the lack. Look more at what you have and be thankful for it. Don't look at the flaws. They may be there. You may be able to do something to change them, true. But focusing on them only and not looking at everything else only will make your life a little darker. So, and this is Thanksgiving week, so appreciation. There we go. I will be pulling cards for 4 different areas in life: personal, home, partnership, and money. I will pull an oracle card for an overview energy for that column, and then 2 tarot cards for each column to give more information about it. And we'll start with the oracle cards. Let's see, what's the Nirvana Quartz people Thanksgiving week gonna be? Let's see, on the personal, oh, come on. Ooh, 2 of ink, medium, balance, purpose, and setting. So this is all about using the right combination of things, if you will. Knowing what you have to work with and using the right tool to bring about what you want. Meaning that, you don't use crayons if you're trying to do some fine detail writing. You don't want to use a, I keep on thinking like a Sharpie marking pen. Black indelible marking pen. If you want to write something temporarily on something that you want to erase. It's knowing what you're working with. Okay, and at the home, the moon. Cycles, cleansing, and destiny. Well, it is a holiday week for a lot of people, which means, cleaning up things, getting ready for bringing out the good dishes. So that makes sense on the home life, the home front. Maybe a week for house cleaning. For partnerships, look at the companion. Partnership, support, reliability. Oops, knocked over my little. Just holds the card up. So that's in your partnership. You have partnership. That's a good energy to have. And for money, the festival, celebration, fun, material goods. Again, that works quite well for your money sector. And it is, for those people who do Black Friday, because I'm looking at like all these clothes and things, they are some type of bazaar. So, money front, you may be spending money on your holiday. Okay, so now let's pull some tarot for those who resonated with Nirvana Quartz for the week, November 23rd through the 30th. Well, Thanksgiving week, okay. We will take you. But we need 3 more. And I will turn them over. I just like to read them with the undercurrent card as well. Okay, undercurrents for those resonating with Nirvana Quartz. Okay, on the personal, King of Skies and Six of Swords. So King of Skies, Skies is your sword energy, and it's authority. It's intellectual, and remember we've got balance, and the in your personal life it seems like a lot of thinking is going to be going on, but you've got an undercurrent of the Six of Swords, which is two swords and swords, which you maybe have to, and this could be, again, I'm thinking because it's Thanksgiving, and a lot of people can't or aren't having a large extended family celebration this week, and that's the kind of feeling I'm feeling here, that the undercurrent is you want to go away, but you're feeling separated. So I just want to show this card because there's a child there, but there's somebody here. There's this separation going on, and intellectually you understand it, but you are feeling maybe a bit of a loss at this time, because instead of having a huge dinner with 25 people, and multiple tables, it's just going to be you and your family talking with your other extended family over the internet, but not together, which is okay because you are still communicating. But that's an undercurrent. Intellectually, you understand it. Will do what needs to be done. Home, Page of Earth, and Sun reversed. So Page of Earth is financial opportunities, but the Sun reversed is instability. And usually I consider the Sun card as a card indicating the safety of your home. So maybe your home life may be topsy-turvy right now, or there may be opportunity moving possibly, which is why the Sun is reversed, because maybe that's why you've got this insecurity, you've got this separation or having to leave. You may have to leave for your cleaning up house because you've got a new job, new opportunity, and it's causing some turbulence under the surface. Okay, but on the partnership side, Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we've got the King and Queen of Swords going on here. Wheel of Fortune, you've got companionship, but things are cyclical. They're good, they're bad, but keep focus on the partnership and not on the swings that it may be happening. The undercurrent here of the Queen is, you've got this clear communication. Got a lot of swords here, which you will need in order to keep a good partnership going, is clear communication, which helps, especially if there's the home life is in flux. I want to see on the money, we've got another sword. You've got almost all of the sword court. So you've got hard work, which is, okay, this is your money. You've got hard work, but you've got the Queen of Pentacles underneath, which is, you work hard, but you enjoy the fruits of what you make, your material goods, which kind of comes here where I'm seeing the home, this cleaning and this new opportunities, and this is usually in the financial area, but you've got your sun reversed. So it may be that this coming week, and again, not all of you, because that would be a lot, but for some of you, you may be closing up house and moving from where you are currently because of work reasons. So you're focused, you're keeping your mind clear, but you're not necessarily happy about the move, but it's benefiting over here. And so remember, you've got your appreciate what you have. That's the card I was looking for. You can look at the dark side of the things that you're going to have to do this week, but choose the light side, choose the positive. The sun, it's light on top, dark on the bottom, but there's still light. Choose to see light. Turn. As I say, if you get a reverse card, realize it, make the steps to turn that card around and have it be what it needs to be, that your home life is secure and happy, wherever it may be. Appreciate the family you can't be with, and know that you're doing what you need to do to support that family, yourself, your family. Okay, I see this coming week being interesting. For those who resonate with Nirvana Quartz, doesn't appear that you're able to have the home Thanksgiving that you were planning, but there's everything in the cards to say that you have a lot to be thankful for, and your hard work, you need to continue because you're working in the right direction. You've got a lot of mental energy this week, which is great. It tends to be a week where people get really emotional, and you're all sharp as a tack or sharp as a sword. Yep, that's what I see. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello. Welcome to those who resonated with Citrine. Citrine is, well, this stone, I like ones that are a bit clear, but hey, that's me. It's still a very beautiful stone. The citrine is one that's associated with abundance and joy of abundance. It helps heal and energize all chakras. It's about being your own inner child, not being your own inner child, knowing your inner child. Stop worrying so much about home, family, finances, and just be happy with life. Become the child who doesn't know about those and just have a little fun, which in this week of Thanksgiving week may be what a lot of people need. So now let's see, for those who resonated with Citrine, let's pick an energy oracle card for an energy overview for the coming week, November 23rd through the 30th, the last week of November. And this is for those who resonate with Citrine. And the Temple Path. Got to look at the end of the labyrinth, or that's the Yellow Brick Road, or that's the road from Nightmare Before Christmas. So the spirals everywhere. But it's the path to inner you, or more of a spiritual path as opposed to physical manifestation. Though I would love to have that in my backyard. That just seems so soothing. So the overview for the week, Temple Path. Now, I pull cards for 4 different sectors in our life: personal, home, partnership, and money. I'll be pulling a oracle card for the energy overview for each of those columns in your life, and then some tarot cards for clarifying. So let's see. For those who picked Citrine, what is your week on the personal? Okay, this is like the same position that one of the other stones picked, and not just the one I did before now. So 6 of thread, repetition, rhythm, technique. It's about continuing and practice and working on yourself. So this is your personal, your well-being, and I get the feeling it's about good practices, and with good practices that you even make better with more repetition. Let's see, home, Ace of ink, pigment, alchemy, process, experimentation. Well, it's kind of fun. It's knocked over my little backup stone. For the home sector to have this newness information, this experimentation, and being Thanksgiving week, and even if you don't have a whole lot of people around, you may be moving it could be just moving furniture around so that you can dress up the dining room table, pull out the china, and make a big deal. So you're playing with things around the house. It could be as simple as that. Partnership, we have another ace of thread, fiber, wandering, warmth, and gentleness. So it's on the partnership, you've got this another new energy, which if you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that it's a new relationship, but it could be a new page in an existing relationship. Something you like, because we've got this warmth and gentleness. You may just decide that you're going to start treating your partner differently, or recognizing them for who they truly are instead of what you want them to be. This is, again, general, so I'm trying to come up with examples. But new, wonderful, warm energy in the partnership side of life. And on the money, we've got the 3 of thread, knot, promises, bond, remembrance. So promises in the money sector. So this could, I'm going to need more information, but it's promises, bonds, remembrances. It's usually, bonds are something that you pay some money for, in the promise that at a later date you'll get more back. Remembering, it is Thanksgiving week, but this is the money area, so it could be things that are owed you that you need people to bring back, that you will be getting back. I'm not sure. I need to know, but that can go many different ways. And to just answer it in general, it's really hard, because I can see so many different ways that would manifest this week. So let's pull some tarot. Undercurrent as well. What's the undercurrent for those who resonate with Citrine? I did thoroughly shuffle these between readings, but I'd like to do one last energies. Undercurrent for those resonating with Citrine for November 23rd to November 30th. Come on. Because my overhand shuffle is laughable. Okay, on the personal, the Sun and the 7 of Pentacles. That's a pretty Sun card. Really like that. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So on the personal front, you've got this repetition energy of continuing on. Sun is things are of happiness, but happiness in a controlled area. It's in your own backyard, if you will. The safety of a protected environment. And the Seven of Pentacles is working on, the investment, long-term investment, which again, with this repetition in your well-being, whatever practices you've been doing, it's for the long term. You're doing the work for a long-term result. And the energy is protected. Okay, let's look at the home. We've had the Ace of Pigment and the Ace of Earth and the Knight of Cups. Wow. So now your Ace of Earth, that's your coins, or it's your financial possibilities, but in your home life, and you've got this alchemy, process, experimentation, and come on, a lot of people are working from home now where they never have before, and that could be where this experimentation, this a new job, but it's a job from home, and so you're having to move the house about, so you have a designated workspace, because you do need to delineate your personal life from your work life. From you've got the undercurrent, you got this Knight of Cups, so it seems that you have your love interests that could be distracting you from this new experimentation that you're doing. Distracting is just a word. It could be a good distraction, could be a bad distraction. That's all relative. So, I mean, if you need the distraction, it's there, and that's awesome. If you're not happy about it, well, let's go to the partnership, because remember, we've got some wandering. The Chariot. Look at that Chariot card. And the Moon. Okay. So I go back to this wandering. So for some, there's things going on underneath that you're not aware of, or you're not being true about. And you've got this Chariot where you're trying to keep two energies that want to go in different directions on the same path. You can do it. Do you want to do it? Is probably the question. And over here you've got this Knight of Cups in the home life, and I see the wandering. So is that your actual partner, or is it somebody else, or are you single and you are trying to balance your life and your work life, and you've got this love interest that's sort of distracting you? No judgment here, just this can be read so many different ways depending on where you are in, married with kids, single and happy, single and don't want to be single, dating multiple people. I don't know. Dating multiple people, that's where you got the Chariot trying to juggle it all. But beware, there's secrets. People could be lying to you. There's look clearly, because it's going to be hard to really see what's going on. And on the money front, we've got the Two of Fire. Oh, and the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands, you got contention going on underneath, and so that's why I wanted to see if you got these promises. So on the money, it seems that there's money owed you, and you're not getting it. You're arguing to this because it's not happening fast enough. The Two of Fire means there's new ideas, there's incubating, but your ideas may be being held back because of things that were promised you that still haven't come up. So this bickering underneath is clouding some of this energy for bringing something new about that you want to work on. So Citrine, yes, you've got a lot of new energy coming through. On the emotional side, depending on where you're at, just be clear, because You've got the king of cups could be great, or they could be somebody that's just, they're a player. And if that's what you want, great. But if, there's things that you don't know and don't realize unless you really look at the situation, that could disrupt your chariot power of leading everything in your life on this path that you've got everything balanced. So this week, remember, the overarching energy was the temple path. So if you are confused, you got to look within. Remember your practices. Remember keeping yourself. If you have this in line, the rest of this can't rock you. You keep on your personal path to your personal greatness and the best that you can be, and the rest will fall into place. That's an awesome. Have a wonderful week, people who resonate with Citrine. I can't wait to hear how the week turned out. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello. Welcome to those who resonated with Trigonic Quartz. This is an interesting crystal. It's called the stone. It's a soul stone. Having to do. Some of the chakras it talks about are the higher level. Like they talk about mid. I know there's more than the 7 most people talk about. It says mid hairline and above. But it's all about those who are following their soul's journey. I'm probably not remember that correctly, but it is a stone for bringing in a higher energy to the world around, and that's what you chose. So let's see what the cards say for next week, and that's November 23rd through November 30th, Thanksgiving week. And we're going to pull an energy oracle card for just the overall energy of the week. I have, before now, I thoroughly shuffle these. And just do a quick overhand shuffle. Ooh, envy. Okay. So, envy's not a good card, but I'm going to show you how you don't necessarily have to stay here, because you have this person, they're in the dark, and they're looking out into the sunshine, the beautiful outside world, and they're envious of it, but they stay in the dark. So it's easy to fix, isn't it? Just don't stay in the dark. Go out into the sun. Go out and appreciate. Don't dwell on those dark emotions, knowing that these energies are out there is the first step on figuring out how to turn them around, show some light on them. It's not the most positive card for an energy for the week, but sometimes when you know the obstacle is coming, it's easier for you to avoid. So now let's do some oracle cards for, I pull cards for 4 areas of your life: personal, home, partnership, and money. And I will pull 4 oracle cards for the energies of those, and then some tarot cards for some clarification. So let's see what's going on for those resonating with Trigonic Quartz. 2 of thread, twine, agreement, symbiosis, compromise. So this is on your personal, and symbiosis and compromise, though it's not, everybody's got multiple sides. They don't always work well together. The side that wants to be fit fights with the side that wants to eat pizza all day. There has to be a compromise. And knowing that the envy's here, be nice to yourself. I love all these flowers in this. And if you, that's sort of the double helix, and kind of representing DNA. You can create beauty, and everybody does create beauty. No one does, so recognize the beauty in yourself. On the home, we've got 2 of paper, options, decisions, dreams. So it seems like choices on the home front. And in partnerships, oh, wow. The flame, wildness, passion, destruction. So that is the emotional side in your life. And it seems like there could be, so the difference between passion and destruction is just a control, right? If you let it out of control, you can cause a bigger problem, but passion is not a bad thing in and of itself. It's when it gets out of control. So, but you've got, paper in the home options, and then you go to flame with the partnership side, and money. Ooh, 6 of paper, glue, mending, healing, reconciliation. So, I'd have to see what the other cards are, because for money, seems like going back and correcting mistakes that have happened. Well, let's see what the tarot says, shall we? You've got this nice, and then you've got this flame going here. It's almost, you've got kind of in the thread over in the personal, the same colors that are in the flame over here. One is all pretty springy, and the other one is a raging inferno. Okay. I'm going to pull the tarot cards, both the main theme and the undercurrent, and then I'll turn them both over at the same time. Undercurrent. I'm still working on this overhand shuffle. Okay. It peekabooed. It was just one card. Okay, personal. Ooh, temperance and 2 of... This is so weird. I'm just saying 2 of Wands came up in the same position on one of the other stones. It's kind of freaking me out. So you've got temperance. I love that little mouse. So temperance is about balance, and here we've got symbiosis, agreement, compromise, which is also about balance, but all in your personal area. So overindulgence, and 2 of Wands is about making choices. So you've got all this 2 and choices and balance. So this coming week, it is Thanksgiving week. Try not to overindulge. If you overindulge, and I'm just going to example, if you eat too much, exercise a little more. It's all about balance. Try not to cut out things, and so you feel like you're missing out, but don't gorge either. Move these over. Now in the home, oh, the Mystic and the 6 of Wands. Now the Mystic in this deck is a High Priestess, which in the home life is that the knowledge that isn't written down, your intuition. And then you've got your 6 of Swords, options, decisions, dreams. Okay, so home life seems like I don't want to say turmoil, but things are not under the surface, there's a lot more going on under the surface than you realize. And there's decisions to be made, and fear that you may have to leave, or a family being separated. And again, this also could just because of Thanksgiving, and because of the pandemic, people are having to have smaller Thanksgiving functions instead of huge extended family, and it's going to hit some people harder because that's what they've been looking forward to. But still, your home is deeper than just the physical, everybody being in the same place. So dig down, make new traditions. Okay, partnership. 5 of Oceans. Ooh. Page of Wands. So that's the 5 of Cups. And you've got flame, and you've got regrets, and you've got this energy of like new passions. So I don't know what's going on. Again, this is general, but it seems that things aren't, they could be better. Remember, we've got this envy going on over here. This passion could be anger, not necessarily love. And whoever you're in a relationship with, you may not want to be there, or one of you may not want to be in this relationship anymore, or regret being in this relationship. As I say, over here we've got this, home is this tearing apart and choices, and it's Thanksgiving, so tensions may be high. Tread lightly. Know that this energy of envy is going around, and that on your emotional partnership, that there's a possibility for huge emotions could be high. And if you don't watch it and let him get it out of control, the consequences will be devastating and irreversible. So be aware of that, because I'm thinking like you've got this for your home, the 2 of paper. You've got options, decisions, dreams, but you've got the 2 like, it makes me think of like a wedding contract or something like that you've made for the happy home, but it goes up in flames because whatever's going on here. And again, this is general. There's so many different things this could be. I can't possibly say just one, because that would be unrealistic. But that just because I can't come down to one doesn't mean it all are due to high emotional content. Let's just jump. In money, we've got change. What was that? Mending, healing, reconciliation, death card, and the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is about hard work. I mean, you've been working hard with no end in sight, and you want to change. So the money area may not have been going well. A loss of a job, or the job may have changed. Even though you've worked really hard, it seems to have no effect for no fault of your own. And you're looking for something new. And again, you've got this envy, like, of those who may still have a job and you don't. It can get really dark this week, as holiday weeks usually can. So back here on the personal, Temperance. Try to keep an even keel. Work on yourself. Incorporate all those parts of yourself, and don't let anyone get, I don't say too crazy, but if you can keep yourself in an even keel, you can work through whatever's going on in the home life and partner. And those who don't have partners, then hey, You may still have some high energy, but it's not necessarily focused on one particular person. But listen to your intuition, your temperance. It's like the coming week. If you feel something's off, investigate or be ready so you can respond when whatever it is you feel is coming up actually does erupt, because it will, and you could be ready to help mitigate or make it worse. The choice is yours. It's always the choice is yours. But yeah, I see get a lot of fire going on here, and very little. You just got the very little water, lots of fire. So good luck. Remember to breathe. It's only 1 week. Next week will be a new week. But it looks like there is sun around your life. You just need to go out to it instead of closing yourself off from it and wishing you were there. Actually, just go out and be in the sun and enjoy it. Okay, well, those who have the Trigonic Quartz, I wish you a very happy week, and I hope everything works well. And until then, I'll see you next week. Bye.